So today I will be talking about how board games help us learn. Board games teach us or help teach us by teaching us how to plan ahead. And I'll also be talking about how different board games help us plan ahead. And also some cool history about board games. And also some cool or weird facts and rules for different board games. Let's get started. In World War II, Nazis let Allied prisoners play board games. Like, going on Nazi terms, first of all, that is something amazing. Hey, buddy. And the British government, or any government, I don't know, were allowed to send a board game or two to imprisoned soldiers. But instead of the game equipment, the box contained tools for escaping, and it worked. When people think of Nazis, you think of bad people, or in some way. But like the fact that they let the Allied soldiers play board games, that's amazing for Nazi standards. When playing chess, have you noticed that you pay a lot of attention to other players' moves? And when playing chess, you just don't basically, it doesn't matter if you're good at chess. Being good at chess doesn't mean that you're smarter than everyone else. It just means you pay a lot of attention. Like, I suck at chess. Like, I'm not terrible, but like, it's hard for me to pay attention to some things. So, I'm not the greatest at chess. If you watch my chess videos, I think I lose in everyone except for 6 versus Bro. But you pay a lot of attention to the other players' moves, and you're thinking what to do next. That is just you planning ahead. Like, to think about this, a board game helping you in different ways is weird. It isn't weird, but like kind of cool. In the early editions of Clue, the lead pipe tokens were made out of actual lead. Well, going up when it was made, a lot of things were made out of lead, but also the fact that the lead tokens were made out of lead is in my opinion, is kind of a great attention to detail. Good. When you think of checkers, do you think of something that if you play, you're not as smart as people who play chess? In a way, that's not even close. Like, first of all, checkers is way more simple than chess. Chess helps you think or plan ahead in the same way as chess, but just checkers is a lot simpler than chess, so it will help you plan ahead a lot slower or faster than chess. It just depends on the person. Monopoly runs out of money, the official rules state you have to print or make more. That's cool because if you watch, like, if you just want to see a money made, there's videos online of people just like of how money is printed. So like that's something that is kind of cool, but going away is kind of not cool. Battleship, and it might not be one of the board games that pop in your head when you think about board games that help you plan or think ahead. But it will help you plan ahead a lot faster than chess or checkers. For example, when you get a hit or get a missile to hit your opponent's one of your opponent's ship, you would most likely immediately plan to target the area around that hit. And basically that would mean that like when you target that area you find out if it's a 2 or a 1 or a 5 or 4 or 3 ship. And you also find out how much way you get it. Like if you get a second hit on a ship in Battleship, you most likely already know how to knock down that ship. Unless you are one ship away and it's a 2 ship and they know where that ship is, you're screwed. Okay. This is a weird one, but it also makes sense because it is. The original game of life had spaces for prison, poverty, disgrace, and suicide. This is crazy, but also something that you think board game creators wouldn't think to put in a game. But those like prison, poverty, disgrace, suicide, that is what a lot of people go through. In so many people around the world go through through these things. Well, okay. Battleship was originally published as a pencil and paper game called Broadsides. It was originally called Broadsides Game of Naval Strategy. There are just a few ways. Oh wait, oops, I went too far. That is basically exactly what Battleship is for the people of today. Thirsty. But if you were to call it the thing about calling it naval strategy is that when you normally hit a ship in real life, it either barely scrapes it, hits it straight on, and breaks. But if you play, like I play on my phone, there's a texting app thing where I can play games with my family, friends, other stuff. And Battleship is one of the ones. But when you get a ship, now, when you knock a ship down, it'll put like a ring around it, knocking out any other ship or like telling you if there's any other ships near it. I think that is amazing. These are just a few of the ways that board games can help us and help us plan ahead or think ahead. And It's also cool about this is that the weird facts I found while researching this are amazing. Like, honestly, it is so cool. The research I put into this is amazing. The time I put into this is amazing. And thank you for watching.